happy day 3 of Vlogmas, of my crafty Vlogmas. Today's video, I am doing a Christmas kind of redo. So basically, like last year, I had made this embroidery hoop Merry Christmas sign, and I mean, it was okay, but it could be better. I mean, it could be a lot better. So this year, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I'm gonna keep like the basic idea of it, but I'm going to add more of this stem because I had stocked up on these after the holidays and got them incredibly cheap. So now I have a ton of them that I need to use. But yeah, so I've got that, and then I'm also have this snowflake project that I made a long time ago, and it also was fun and great for where I had it, but we're not in the house that we were in when I made it, so I'm going to salvage all of the wooden snowflakes and then put them on here so that I have snowflakes hanging off of it. I also have, just in case, I found some leftover ribbon from last year, just like a nice simple plaid. I have a bigger wreath that I want to make this year, so I mean, I should probably save it for that, but I mean, the colors will be pretty good for this one because they're just that simple, like red and green and white. It's not even like crisp white, it's like an off-white. But I also have, to do this project, I've got my wire cutters, I've got my scissors, I have floral wire, and I believe that this is a little bit thinner. Yeah, this is like half the size of what I used last year, which will significantly help the project. But just in case that this is too big, I also have some jewelry wire, which is just a little bit thinner that I can use. Okay, and then I also have my invisible thread. So the invisible thread is so that the Merry Christmas is kind of suspended in the center of the embroidery hoop, but I'm also going to use it to hang all of my snowflakes so they look like they're kind of floating underneath of it. But before I do any of that, deal with any of that, the first thing I need to work on is getting these off of my hoop, which means getting through this incredibly thick wire. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and snip off the Merry Christmas. Going to be like a glitter bomb. Like, sparkly Christmas decorations are great, but sometimes the glitter is just too much. I say after I made sure to put a ton of glitter on my last project. gonna be like the big one, a little one off of that, and then 2 little ones. That actually looks kind of weird. Maybe I won't do that. What if I just do the little ones? No. Do a little one and then a big one. Okay, new plan I think is to put the greenery on while I debate the snowflakes. I'm going to make sure all my greenery isn't on these really thick stems because that was part of the problem with it, is that it was just too bulky. So if I just get the individual stems, that should make this a significantly better looking piece. Okay, here's where I am at. This is 4 of those stems. I didn't use any of the pine cones. So I don't think I'm gonna weave them in later. Oh shoot, I don't know, maybe I will. Maybe I won't, I'm not sure. I'm debating saving them for a different project. But yeah, so that is what 4 of those stems have got me. That looks so much better. I didn't actually expect it to be like this full, but I really like it that full. I think it looks really good with the Merry Christmas. And here is, let's go on the back side, yeah. So it's the thinner floral wire, which is working out just fine. It is a little bit thinner than what I used last year, and then all of the foliage and whatnot is hiding it well. So I'm just gonna keep on doing that. So fortunately, because that is only 4 and I'm about halfway through, I have 7 more stems to use. So this is where I'm at. I ended up using all of the stems that I had, so there's 11 stems on here. It's a little bit fuller than I anticipated, but it looks good. Unfortunately, I don't think they sold these this year. I think these were just from last year, which means I didn't have enough to finish the wreath, so my plan is to do these kind of burlap flowers because it kind of keeps that natural tone that I want on here. And I'm going to use those 3 of them to kind of fill up the space. And probably not put the snowflakes on this at all because it's taken a completely different direction. Done. It's also, yeah, like tons of glitter everywhere. But the burlap roses have kind of made a nice filler. I do wish that it had all just been like this green. So I don't know, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll be able to find some more, or I can find maybe something else that looks good with it so I can do both, which means it's gonna have to be redone completely again anyway. And also, no longer an embroidery hoop wreath, which means I should just go get an actual wreath frame and save the embroidery hoop. But for now I think it's a pretty good little Christmas project. So it's definitely better than what I had last year. It's not exactly what I was hoping to do, but I still really, really do like it. The only thing I don't like is just the massive amounts of glitter that came off of it, which I can't salvage because the greenery had all of like the little pine cones, so now there's like little pine cone bits in it. But oh well. Like, it's fun to look at, but it's not going to be fun to clean. So thanks for hanging out with me while I did this project. It took way longer than I expected it to, but that tends to be the theme for my stuff that I do, is I always think it's going to be nice and quick and easy, and it never is. I mean, something inevitably goes wrong, like that. But yeah, I like it. I think it turned out great.